Hey, where'd you get those?
I bought them when we filled up.
Well, wait, we're supposed to talk about all expenditures, Lloyd. We are on a very tight budget.
This didn't come out of our travel fund.
Oh.
No, I was able to raise 25 extra bucks before we left.
Where did you get 25 extra bucks?
I sold some stuff to Billy and 4C.
The blind kid?
Yeah.
What did you sell him, Lloyd? What kind of stuff?
I don't know. A few baseball cards, a sack of marbles. Petey.
Petey? You sold my dead bird to a blind kid? Lloyd, what do you... Petey didn't even have a head.
Harry, I took care of it.
Pretty bird. Yeah, can you say pretty bird? Pretty bird. Yes, pretty bird. Pretty bird. Polly, want a cracker?
Hey, Chick-fil-A South Roads team members, it's David, your owner-operator here, and thank you for joining me again for this leadership series. I hope you enjoyed that video clip earlier from a movie back in the 90s called Dumb and Dumber. Some of you may not remember it, but in that scene, you have Harry and Lloyd, the two main characters in that movie, who are about to go on a road trip. And they don't have a lot of money. They're on a very tight budget, and Lloyd was able to get a little extra money by selling a few extra items. Not least of those was a dead bird Petey to a blind kid. Now, it's relevant because today what I want to talk to you about is financial stewardship. And really two things. One is how we manage financial stewardship within our business at Chick-fil-A. And number two is how you can in turn take those principles and manage financial stewardship in your own life so that you can set yourself up for the most success moving forward in your own personal career and your own personal growth. We want to make sure that you are set up so much for success financially that you don't have to resort to some of the tactics that maybe Lloyd did in the movie of having to sell items that you have to other people. So let's talk a little bit about our vision at Chick-fil-A South Road Shopping Center. So if you remember our vision is to have a positive influence on all who come into contact with Chick-fil-A, and we really do that through 4 pillars in our business. So we talk about our product, our people, our partnership with the community, and our profitability. Now that 4th pillar, the profitability, we don't talk often about. We're always managing it behind the scenes, but it's not one of those things that we often talk about. So I did want to take some time today to talk about what financial stewardship, what profitability looks like at Chick-fil-A. So as you know, as a business, not every single dollar that we make at Chick-fil-A comes back at the bottom end as profit. There's 4 things that we really look at, or 4 practices that we maintain within our business that really help us to manage the profit of our business. Number 1 is just really increasing a positive line sale. So making sure that we increase the sales that come into the restaurant. You guys do that through providing great customer service so guests come back. You guys do that through enhancing people's meals, making sure to see if they want to make their fries or drink large, make sure if they want to add a dessert to their meal. All those things help to increase our sales. Every time we get a catering order outside the business, that helps to increase the sales of our business. So that's really important. First and foremost is that you have to have great sales and you have to continue to maintain a high level of sales and continue to grow your sales. Now, on the other end, you always have to manage your expenses. You have to make sure that you are managing the expenses within your business. And so when you think about for every dollar that we may sell within a business, we have a sense of that go to paying for the food, paying for labor, paying for utilities, making sure that we're paying for marketing, billboards that we have. We have paying for the building and the rent that we have in our building. We have all numerous amounts of expenses, taxes, workers' comp insurance, all that goes into that. So those are the expenses that we have to manage at the bottom. Now, at the end of the day, the difference between our sales and our expenses is the profit in between, and that is really how we continue to grow our business. Now, why is it important to be profitable? 2 things for me really I think about. Number 1 is that when we're profitable, we can continue to plan for the future. Okay, so when we are profitable as a business, we can begin to store aside some of that profit to plan and to build and grow our business going into the future. And so if there is equipment that we need, that we can invest into that equipment. If there is any type of new benefits or any offerings that we want to provide to our team members, those are things that we can use down the road to invest back into our business. So it's important as we're profitable that we can first have that plan for the future, and then second, it gives us the opportunity to give back to others, to give back to our local community, and provide opportunities that we can really have a positive influence in our community. I've shared this a few times before, but last year in our business alone, in 2017, we gave over $100,000 in-kind food donations to the local community. And those are just different ways. Every one of those is a way that we touch the local community through our food, through our service, and by providing opportunities to make a positive influence. And so when we think about our business, those are some of the key principles that we utilize as far as thinking about profitability. Again, increasing our sales, managing our expenses, and then taking that profit in between and planning for the future and investing and giving back to others and giving back to our local community. Now, I want to take that and I want to flip that, and I want you for a second to think about really what does that look like for you as an individual, right? And so I don't know where you are financially, but I think it's important as an individual, as a leader, that we have to have great financial stewardship, because if we're too concerned about money, where's that next paycheck coming from, or how do we pay for this expense, or how do we handle this cost that comes up in our life, oftentimes if that is our main concern, that is what drives us. A lot of times it can compromise our decision making. A lot of times it can rob us of the joy of being able to give to others, and it can rob us of the opportunities that we may go after otherwise if it weren't for the financial situation that we were in. And so I want to talk about the same points for you personally. So number one is I want to talk about what does it look like to increase sales for you? For you, increasing sales is really increasing your personal income. Finding ways that you can continue to find more revenue streams for your personal income. Now, some people do that through getting second jobs. I would also encourage you through Chick-fil-A. We are trying to provide more and more ways that you can increase your personal income through Chick-fil-A. And so one of those ways is really by outlining what next steps could look like at Chick-fil-A for you to grow both within your career and both within your income. So every opportunity that you have to grow, following the roadmap for growth on our website, each one of those comes with an opportunity to make more and more income for you personally. So you have to first and foremost figure out opportunities to increase your personal income, but also you have to find opportunities to manage your expenses. And so what that looks like for you personally, it's setting a budget. If that's not something that you've done before, it's really important. Just like in a business, we have to know exactly how much money we can spend every month on staffing people, how much money we can spend on food, how much money we're going to spend on marketing. We budget all these things aside so that we don't spend over. Same thing for you personally. You need to think through your expenses and make sure on a given month, before the month starts, that you're budgeting how much money are you going to spend on food for yourself this month? How much money are you going to spend on gas? How much money are you going to spend on rent? Put all those buckets aside, also knowing how much money, how many hours am I going to work this month, how much income will I bring in, and then being able to take your expenses, again, your expenses and, your profit or your sales or your income, and then taking your expenses and managing it. And the lower you can create your expenses and the higher that you can make your personal income, the more in there that you have, again, for two other aspects, for saving and for giving, right? And so we talked about planning for the future. A lot of times, personally, planning for the future is ensuring that you have enough savings in your savings account to weather the storms that may come, to give you and provide you opportunities to move forward into the future. And so one thing I want to think about is savings. So personally, are you taking money aside from every paycheck? Are you putting it into savings so that you can plan for the future, that you can make the right decisions when they come and not feel so strapped for money that you aren't making the right decisions within your life, right? So first off is giving through that, and then is saving, and the second is giving. Giving to others, finding those who are more in need and just giving a little bit of what you have to them. I think there's something just therapeutic. I think there's something that is just that you gain when you give to others. A Bible verse that I want to share with you, it actually comes from Acts 20:35, and it says this: Paul was saying, "In everything I showed you, that by working hard in this manner you must help the weak, and remember the words of the Lord Jesus, that he himself said, it is more blessed to give than to receive." And so when we look at that passage, I think the thing that rings true for me is that it's more blessed to give than to receive. I think that's something that I've seen true in my life, something that we've seen true in our business, is that when we focus on giving to others, it helps take some of the pressure and alleviate some of the stress that comes with managing our own personal finances, because we know that we're trying to do a greater good with the things that we've been blessed and very fortunate to have. So that is just a quick synopsis of financial stewardship. Really, when we think about how do we manage our finances, how do we create opportunities for us to put us in a better position moving forward in our life. Now, there's so much more to learn about that, so I'm so excited to tell you guys that we are actually rolling out a free course for you all. So it's actually not a free course. The course itself is about $200, but we're going to make this a free course to all team members who are interested in learning how to manage their personal finances. So this course is called Financial Peace University, and it is through a business leader and a financial leader named Dave Ramsey. And so this is a great course. It has been used with millions of people throughout the states and overseas. And really, this course is a course that takes you through a multi-week course of how to do everything from budgeting to saving to investing your money and really creating a path forward for your future. And so if that is something that you're interested in learning more about and how you can sign up, I want to encourage you guys to go to the website, team.cfasouthroads.com, look up under employee benefits, and you will see an opportunity that talks about Financial Peace University. Go on there, click the form, and we're going to get you signed up for a free class so you can continue to grow and to develop yourself financially. So again, whether it's in business or whether it's in your personal life, I want you to think about how do you increase your sales, right? Or how do you increase your personal income? How do you manage your expenses? Or how do you set a budget that manages your expenses? What that is going to create is a gap in between, which is your profit or is what you get to take home as an individual that you can use discretionarily for a couple of things. And I hope two of those things that you focus on is one, planning for the future, planning for your future success by saving, and then investing into others, investing to those that maybe are less fortunate, investing into others who may have a need that maybe you can fulfill with some of your extra income. So again, thank you guys for joining me for this leadership series. I hope this is valuable to you. I hope some of you guys will go sign up for that Financial Peace University class. Thank you all for all that you do every single day in the business. I hope you guys have a great week, and we'll look forward to catching up with you guys soon.